Good morning, fifth and sixth graders. So today our poem is called a Limerick. And so a Limerick is kind of a funny poem. It's nonsense, but it has some rhyming in it. So it's going to be a little bit more thinking on your part, but that's okay. It's Wednesday. It's not like it's Monday. So I'm going to go to this. Okay, so what is a limerick? It is a distinctive rhythm and rhyme pattern. It's funny, it's short, and it rhymes. Okay? So there's 5 lines. The first, second, and the fifth rhyme, and the third and fourth lines rhyme. Okay? So again, you kind of have to play with the sentences to get it to work how you want it to. So the end word rhymes for the first line, the second line, the last line, and the third and fourth line rhyme with each other as well. That's also like A, B, B, A pattern. Okay. So here's a couple examples. There was an old man from Peru who dreamt he was eating his shoe. He woke in a fright in the middle of the night and found it was perfectly true. So Peru and shoe rhyme, and then fright and night, and then true rhymes with shoe and Peru. Okay. There once was a fellow named Tim whose dad never taught him to swim. He fell off a dock and sunk like a rock, and that was the end of him. So it said like a rhythm, so it's really, you kind of are singing it to a beat. There once was a fellow named Tim whose dad never taught him to swim. He fell off a dock and sunk like a rock, and that was the end of him. Okay, so it's rhyming and it's funny and it can be really nonsense. Some of my examples. So one is this. There once was a teacher, Miss Barry. No students thought she was scary. She loved to read books about characters with hooks. These she could find at the library. So that was just kind of silly. I don't really read books about characters with hooks, but I do like to read books. My other one, so this one's really nonsense, but it's kind of funny. I'm going to stop screen sharing so you can see it better. There once was a girl, only coffee she'd drink. After each cup in size, she'd shrink. She used to be taller. Each day she's an inch smaller. One day she'll be gone if you blink. So drink and shrink rhyme. And then taller and smaller, and then blank rhymes with shrink and drink. And so, like I said, you kind of have to play with the words to make them go into the sentence the way you want. Sometimes if you, let's look at the example again. And sometimes the words are said in like an interesting, kind of an old-timey way, like he awoke in a fright in the middle of the night. And so after each cup in size she'd shrink. That's just not how you would normally speak every day, but it still makes sense. So you kind of have to rearrange your words to get it to work in your limerick. Yeah, so that's a limerick. Again, on your worksheet, so it wants you to do 2 examples if you can, and then at least, again, this says 3. I'm going to say 1 because it is kind of tricky, especially when you're coming up with a limerick, to make sure you have some figurative language in there. I would say that mine is for the coffee one is extreme hyperbole. The only coffee she'd drink, and one day she'll be gone in a blink. And it's an extremely exaggeration. That's not going to happen. Alliteration might be really easy to use in this kind of limerick poem. Yeah, so try and use at least 1 if you can. Yeah, I'm really excited to read your limericks. Thank you to those who have been sending them to me, pictures, typing them, whatever. If you're not sending them to me that way, if you can drop them off in the bin, that's great. However you can get them to me. I love reading your poems every day. So have a good day.